Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Metal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at, well, basically the seriously serious battle, the terrifying Conquerors mission for stage 6 versus Goku GT. Now this one is actually pretty tough. I think a lot of players will struggle with this without a tech Golden Frieza, and honestly I struggled with it as well. Took a couple tries and tweaking of the team, talk through the general strategy. You can see a layout of that, the team and everything on the right to give you some help, but obviously I'll try to run my best to run you through it. Now phase 1 is not hard. That is actually not difficult in any way, shape or form. It's actually a very straightforward stage 1. You have Goku SS3, he's got 100 million HP, 300k attack, 840k super, immune to stunning, sealing, etc. Nothing wild. Where things get crazy is the SS4 Goku. Now, he doesn't hit impossibly hard right off the bat, but it's the way he scales up and the very limited roster that you have in terms of terrifying Conquerors units. That's what makes it so very difficult to consider overall. So the first thing I will say is that when it comes to kind of operating this, what I would suggest is that you focus for phase 2. So no matter what you do in phase 1, make sure that at the start of SS4 Goku, you have Tech Golden Frieza, the friend LR, and then on the other rotation, you have the AGL LR, and you have the Metal Cooler. You have to, at the very least, have physical Metal Cooler on the alternative rotation to Tech Golden Frieza. The reason for this is Metal Cooler's revive is going to give us 2 turns of Golden Frieza. I also suggest as well that you get as many same type orbs as possible and spend as long as you can in phase 1. See, the idea behind it is basically that you have a super duped up Golden Frieza active. This allows him to do as much damage as possible. Preferably you want to use it if he's in slot 2. So if Goku's throwing as many attacks as possible at slot 1. If Goku's really splitting them up, you're going to have to run Frieza in slot 3 with his active, which is a nightmare because then you have to survive another turn somehow. My suggestion is put Frieza in slot 2, then do as much damage as possible. You might have to reset until you get a really good run. Make sure you've got 2 supports on Frieza's rotation as well. I had him paired with the Int Frieza, and I had him paired with the Strength Turles. If you don't want to run those 2 with him, you can pair him with the AGL Golden Frieza. But you need physical Metal Cooler on the other rotation. His revive is going to be how you skip to the next phase. And then with double Golden Frieza, his active, and with his with a Dokkan attack, you should be able to get it done. Obviously, provided you have enough damage from, provided you have enough damage from Frieza. So it's very important to do so. I think it's super duper important to do so. And for me, very much, I think that's the biggest trick here, because it took me so long to get it done. Because when using Frieza's active, or when trying to get all that damage in, it just wasn't happening where I needed it to. Frieza wasn't doing an extra attack, Frieza wasn't doing this wasn't happening, because you need Frieza to super twice as well. Like, it's not just a question of, oh okay, I want Frieza to do this. No, you actually needed Frieza to super twice. You need Frieza to do a lot. So it is definitely very difficult. And I'm not even going to remotely say this was easy, but this team did work eventually. It did manage to get things done, and yeah, I got the win with it. Now if you have your own Golden Frieza, then it's very simple, because you can just use the taunt on either turn, do a lot of damage, keep your rotations. You don't have to worry about breaking things up. You don't have to bring Metal Cooler then. You can drop off Strength Cooler, and you also run everyone at a slightly higher lead. So, you know, if you have your own Golden Frieza, it's way easier. Obviously, that's like just a thing. But if you don't have your own Golden Frieza, this was like the only way I could think of getting it done. And it's scary because you have a strength cooler, because you have this, because you have that. But for me, yeah, it was the only way. And yeah, it did get done. Obviously, if you have any tweaks that you'd like to suggest, I do suggest, giving advice on them. It is greatly appreciated, of course. I think it's always great to hear other people's advice and things like that, most definitely. But yeah, for me, 100%, this was a very challenging challenge. And it was something that I think for a lot of players will be a challenge, because it requires you, I think, to have a very specific unit, the Tech LR Golden Frieza. I think if you don't have him, you can struggle quite a bit with this. But yeah, that's just my thoughts and opinions. Obviously, if you have any suggestions or a better team build or anything like that, it's greatly appreciated. But that's it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.